Hi there, it's Aaron Miller from the TIPS team, and today's after school special is going to focus on some of the updates that Google Read and Write has received over the last couple of weeks, but also some of the updates that have happened over the last couple of months. For those of you that don't know, Google Read and Write, is an assistive technology tool that has been installed on every single user in Edmonton Public Schools. It has some things like word prediction, a picture dictionary, it captures text, it will read text to you. Anyways, today I'm going to review some of the newer features in the early part of today's after school special, and then I'll review some of the other key features within it afterwards. So let's get started. First off, I just want to bring your attention to Google Read and Write's website. It's texthelp.com, and you can go to products, which is over here, and then choose Read and Write. Okay. For those who don't know what Read and Write looks like, it's an extension that sits up in your Google Chrome toolbar, and it's this one up here. Looks like a puzzle piece that says R and W on it. So the first thing I want to do is just open up a Google Doc. Here what I've done is just copied and pasted some stuff from Wikipedia about everyone's favorite animal, the unicorn. So it's just copied and pasted from it. And Google Read and Write sits right here, waiting to be used by the staff or student. And you just simply click on it, and down comes the toolbar. There's a number of different features within Google Read and Write. As mentioned earlier, today I'm going to focus specifically on the new features that have just come out. So one of the new features is that for some staff or students, you may not actually want to use all these different features. In fact, they might take up some real estate on your website or your Google Doc, and you just don't want to use them. So now, staff and students have the opportunity to click on Settings, and then go to Features, and you can change the different things that show up or don't show up. So if I don't want something to show up, I can simply click on it here and turn it off. And as you can see up here, it's reflected immediately. Or turn it on, and it just shows up. That you have in terms of changing the features on the toolbar. So it's just basically a customizable toolbar. The next feature that they have is this one here, and it's called SpeechMaker. And what this allows a user to do is copy and paste some text anywhere where Google Read and Write works. So remember, that's not just in a Google Doc, but also a PDF or a web page. And you can highlight the text that you want to copy. And what it will do is basically create an MP3 of the text and download it to a file to your hard drive on your computer, or you can even upload it into a Google Drive folder. So for instance, I've copied this text here, click the SpeechMaker, and this little toolbar just underneath is starting to go. And what it's going to slowly do is create an MP3 and save it for me. So in the bottom corner here, you can now see SpeechMaker 3 has now been downloaded. And what that is an MP3 file of this text that I've just chosen. I can then choose now to put this into a Google Drive folder, share it with my students, or have something already read for them. So those are the two major updates that have happened within Google Write over the last week. A couple other features that have come on with Google Read in the last little bit. The one specifically I want to bring your attention to is sort of an add-on to Google Read and Write known as Screenshot Reader. So simply just go to the Google Chrome Web Store, download Screenshot Reader. What this allows you to do now is that typically when students would go to a PDF, so what I've done up here is I think this is the grade 4 math curriculum. When they open up a PDF, maybe you don't want to read all this text on here. And sometimes Google Read and Write wants to read the entire thing. A lot of times, a lot of our PDFs or visuals that students are using, you only want to copy a specific area. Maybe it's an infographic and you only want a little bit of it copied. Now with Screenshot Reader, what you can do is basically run Google Read and Write, run the screenshot. And what you can do now is you can see I can basically highlight a section within the PDF, and it will only read the section that you highlighted rather than the entire text. So then it sees it's starting to work here, and then it'll read it. And so rather than reading the entire thing, it's just read that section. Another question that we often get asked about is, hey, I'm in this PDF and Google Read and Write's not working. I click on the icon over here and nothing happens. So remember, when you open up a PDF within Google Chrome, what you need to do is when you've got the PDF, you need to say open with, and one of your options down here becomes Read and Write for Google Chrome. Now when you click on that, what will happen is it will open up, and of course we can allow access for it if it's been updated or things like that, and it will allow you to have all the features now within the PDF. So there's the big difference. There's the Google PDF Reader right now, and it's just loading up the document that we're waiting for. Okay, so I think you guys get the idea with that. Next thing I want to do is jump over just to a website. Also remember that it doesn't hover when it's on a website. On this one here, you'd want to click on the Google Read and Write extension, and out will pop the toolbar. All right, and here it is here. And one thing that you should know is that you can also move this web bar around the web page to put it where you like, and off you go. So the same thing, you have the ability to make the speech maker. So again, I could highlight parts from the text if I wanted to share with my students, have it read to them. Click on the speech maker and share it with them either through a Google Drive folder, or if you're on a computer with a large hard drive, just save it locally. So that's sort of the updates regarding Google Read and Write and some features that have come out in the last couple of months, specifically the screenshot reader. Another nice feature that I really like, if you're someone that used to use Kazina or you're looking to get feedback but don't always want to type it, this one's been out for a while. But do know also that in your Google Docs, you have the ability to highlight an area. So let's say I wanted to give some feedback about this introduction. And typically you click on here and type a comment to the student. This sounds not great if you want to type stuff in, but potentially, or maybe you don't want to type it, you now have the ability to go in and provide a voice comment. And this is a voice note. So you'd highlight the area that you want the student to have attention to, click on the voice note feature, and what you get now is basically the ability to speak and tell them your feedback. So you click on this, you record it and say, this is a great introduction, perhaps we should try to lead with a more intriguing sentence. Average feedback there. Anyways, you click insert, and now what will happen is on the side, you will see a comment made to the student, but rather than being just text written, they get a link that is basically read to them. So this link here is something that can be read to them, and you click on play. You can hear my voice. It's probably a little muffled on the Google Hangout. Anyways, those are some added features about Google Read and Write. Feel free to look up more information on the TIPS team at tips.epsb.ca if you want to learn more about Google Read and Write, or contact your TIPS member at tips.epsb.ca if you want to learn more about it or have one of us come out and work with your school. Thanks for watching.